off of work for 2 weeks, 11 hours a day. He studied every trivia question he possibly could. For the next 12 episodes in a row, he won. He was victorious. One of those great champions. Why? Because he said, I'm going to focus on this. The Bereans in Acts chapter 17, they're more noble because when they heard the word of God, they studied it in the scriptures. I love how the apostles, when they heard about Jesus, they said, this is the man that we heard about in the scriptures. Hebrews chapter 12, verse 2, let us fix our gaze, let us fix our eyes on Jesus, the author, the finisher of our faith. I've asked you 2 questions. Is your money enough? And the answer is, your money is not enough to buy your soul. I've asked you, is your attention enough? And I'm warning you, your attention to religious things, your attention to the Bible, your attention to God is still not enough. What about your very soul? Look at the book of Revelation chapter 18 verse 13. I remember as a youth reading this passage and being very curious about it. It talks about the new Babylon and how it sells cinnamon and spices. Of course, that makes sense. It sells monkeys and giraffes. Yeah, no, that was often silver and gold, pearls and costly things. And none of those things piqued my interest. But then it says, and it sells slaves. But here's the last thing on this long list of merchandise from Babylon. Cinnamon, spices, gold and silver, slaves, and men's souls. And I always wondered, how does the new Babylon sell men's souls in Revelation 18? But now I think I know. I don't know that I know, but let me present this to you today. What is your soul? It's you. It's your passions. It's your likes. It's your dislikes. What is your soul? It's what you're curious about. What is your soul? It's that seat of emotion. It's that place that you could interface with God. What is that soul? It's you. It's your personality. There is an industry that globally is more than $200 billion. An industry that within the next 7 years will reach $473 estimated billion. It's data gathering. It's every time you click something, they know what you clicked. Every time you like something, every time you follow something, everything you type in with Google. It's incredible. When I go to watch YouTube, UFC commercials pop up. How do they know I love UFC commercials? when I go through the UFC, all of a sudden Monster Energy drink commercial comes up. How do they know I like Monster Energy drink? When I scroll through on things I don't subscribe to, all these preachers pop up. How do they know I like preaching so much? How do they know me? Because somebody's looking at what I'm looking at. Somebody's taking all the data about Pastor Andrew Wallace Brattrud, born June 19th, 1983. They already knew that. They're listening now. And they're gathering all that data and they're selling it to everybody that wants to sell me some product. That's the industry. I wonder if that's what it means by the selling of souls. But if you could sell your very being, look at 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 3. It warns about false teachers. It says they're making merchandise out of you. They're selling you. You go to some places, he's talking about false preachers, false teachers. You go to some gatherings, some churches, and they've taken 4 offerings before they've done the announcements. You know? They got this fund and that fund, this fund and that fund. And they're just trying to take from you. And he's warning them, watch out for people that are talking so much about money that they're not talking about your soul. But if you could love the Lord your God, if you could love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your strength, with all your mind, do you think you could do that? Is that even possible? In 2 Chronicles chapter 25, we see King Amaziah. He was a good king, not a great king. He was a good king, but he couldn't seek the Lord with his whole heart. He wanted to, but he just kept getting distracted. Think of Solomon. The Lord visited him several times. The wisest man that ever lived. He writes the Proverbs, writes Ecclesiastes, writes Song of Solomon. He had everything his heart ever desired. And then he went after women. And then he built each one of them a temple. And it said that he followed the Lord, but not wholeheartedly. Not entirely. You see, your soul will go on longer than your life. In Matthew chapter 12, verse 28, it says, don't fear those that can kill the body. Fear those that can kill the soul and condemn you to hell. In Revelation chapter 20, the devil and all those that follow will be thrown in this lake of fire forever. We got to figure this thing out. Because someday you're going to die. And you had better make sure that you're going to join God. That you're going to join heaven. And your money's not enough. Your attention isn't enough. And I would tell you, your soul isn't enough. In Texas, a few